That's great if you just come forward up behind the seats and just leave the aisle in the middle where we'll need a little bit of space. If you want to put more chairs out, if some of you need to sit, we don't have any worry with that at all. But we are so pleased to see so many of you here for this special day. I want to welcome Craig Ferguson from QLDC, who's representing the council. Jeffrey Thompson, his parents who are here. Jeffrey's going to speak to us during the ceremony. And a special welcome to Tommy and Rita, both ex-service people. Rita from the Land Army, and Eileen Todd, who's also ex-RAF. It's a special thing to have all ex-servicemen here. We appreciate their contribution, but also particularly their presence today. We appreciate all your presence here. It's very important. And a special thanks too to Vince Jones, whose research and work led to the creation of the board we would have been looking at, had the good Lord kept it finer for us this morning. But the board is out by the memorial. It's a marvellous addition to Glenorchy's tradition and history, and it tells the story of the many young men who went away and didn't come back. Thanks to Hamish Thompson, who designed the frame that went round and did all that work, and to Ronnie Baker. I'm not sure where you are, Ronnie. Can you just put your hand up, because you come from Queenstown, I think, and you did all the graphic work that helped put the board together. And to all those who contributed to making that board a possibility, your donations and contribution is really important, and I think it begins to tell more about Glenorchy's story. I'm going to now ask Pam Henderson to begin the Anzac Day ceremony with a little reflection of just about what we're here to do. So Pam.
Anzac Day remembers the times that our country has been at war and those men and women who served their country. It is not a day that celebrates war, it is a day that asks us to take stock of the price that we sometimes have to pay in order to live in a country that gives us such freedom. Most countries have reason to pause and remember crucial periods in their history on the path to nationhood. Anzac Day commemorates such a time for New Zealanders. We remember all those who have served and those who died in the world wars in Korea, Malaya, Vietnam, Iraq and Afghanistan. At a time when it seems New Zealanders are increasingly keen to assert and celebrate a unique identity, we recognise Anzac Day as a central marker of our nationhood.
Thank you, Pam. And now I'd ask Rhonda Gollop to come forward and just to remind us about what Anzac was about for Glenorchy.
Thankfully, all those men returned safe and sound. It was the First World War which had the biggest impact on this area. From the late 1890s, there was a boom in scheelite mining and young men flocked here to work in the mine. They came from Otago, Southland, England, Scotland and even Canada. They came here for the money and they came here for the adventure. At the outbreak of the war, they were ready to enlist. It was the next big adventure. The stalemate on the European front and the slaughter and delivery campaign brought home the realities of the new style of warfare. It is ironic that the principal buyer of Glenorchy scheelite was Germany, who used it in the manufacture of armaments. And so they went to war, the young men from Glenorchy. As they stood at the stern of the boat driven to Queenstown, looking back at the view of Mount Earnshaw, they must have wondered when they would see the scene again, or in fact if they would ever return to the head of the lake. Sadly, as we see from the names of the monument, many did not. those young men who fought for this country, to those who gave their lives, and to those who returned from these and other conflicts New Zealand has been involved in, we honour you all.
We're now going to pause and, like at the ceremony part, we're going to lay a poppy for each person named on that memorial as a way of recognising their contribution. I'm going to stand down where Jake is and begin with the two boys who'll start putting the poppies on. If I hand you a poppy as Morris reads the names slowly and reverently, just come forward, place the poppy on the flag, turn, and if you can go back the other side, it would be better rather than walking back down through the middle. So we'll do that just carefully and slowly as we reflect on that contribution.
To the men of Glenorchy who gave their lives in World Wars, we salute you. Private Peter Atley. Trooper Charles Hurst. Sapper Gerald Woodley Sharp. Rifleman Roland Eltonon Smith. And Flying Officer James Edward Banner.
And now we move to the wreath laying. And this is another very important part of our ceremony. I want to first invite the Watson family to place a wreath on we would have had the monument, but our flag today, or around the flag. And would they come forward, please, with their floral contribution? I'll ask Alice, Archer and Jack Macbeth to come and lay a wreath on behalf of the Community Association of Kinlochbervie, located in northern Scotland, from where driver William McIntosh and Private Hector and Norman Ross originated. And I'd ask Gerald Murphy to lay a wreath on behalf of the Vietnam veterans. And Neil Campbell to lay a wreath on behalf of the Malaysian veterans. And finally, Richard Kennett, his grandfather served and died in World War I, and he'll make a brief comment about his grandfather. Richard.
This day, I'd also like to remember all those Glenorchy men and women, mothers, fathers and family, friends still alive and those who have passed on, who served their country or through circumstance were forced through physical and mental hardship during complaints. God bless.
Thank you, Richard. And finally, Craig Ferguson, who will now lay the wreath for the QLDC. I haven't seen Craig. Great. Oh, there you are, Craig. Thank you. Craig is the Queenstown QLDC Council who represents our area, and he'll speak briefly.
Good morning. It's a great honour to be here in Glenorchy today and to lay the wreath on behalf of the Queenstown Lakes District Council, on behalf of all soldiers who went to war and your community. Made more special as New Zealand and Australia gets ready to mark 100 years of the Great War that started in August 1914. A year that saw numerous young men from small communities like Glenorchy volunteer for what they thought would be a great adventure abroad, but turned out to be a mark in time that shaped our young country's future. Would they have realised back then that nearly 100 years on, we would gather every April 25th and acknowledge and remember the ultimate sacrifice so many made, and to also remember, they remembered the siege of Old Tobruk, the mud of the Kokoda Trail, some paying the supreme sacrifice with courage that did not fail. To the icy land of Korea, the steamy jungles of Vietnam, and the heroic battle of Kapyong, and that epic victory at Long Tan. Fathers, sons and brothers, together they fought and died, that we may live in peace together, while at home their mothers cried. When that final bugle calls them to cross that great divide, those comrades will be waiting when they reach the other side. Glenorchy will never forget.
And now it's my pleasure to invite Jeffrey Thompson to come and speak to the community on the brief reflection about how this day, what this day means to him and us. Thanks, Jeffrey.
Morning, everyone. I'm privileged to be able to speak here today in Glenorchy as part of Anzac Day. Right at the beginning, I'd like to also congratulate Vince Jones and his team for the excellent display panel at the front. The monument, of course, has always been important to everyone in Glenorchy. The names are there for us to see every time we come to our hall. But now with the panel there, we can actually understand a little bit more of all the people whose names are there and their contribution and sacrifice. The theme that I would like to address today is the whole essence of Anzac Day, which is service and sacrifice. Along with many, so being aware and acting in the best interests of all people is the service we can all give to the community and the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Jeffrey. I'm now going to ask Debbie Milliken to come and in a different genre in music to remind us just of the sacrifice and the cost it was and more. And Morris has given out words, I think, and you're invited to join in the chorus of this.
Oh, how do you do, young Willie McBride? Do you mind if I sit here down by your graveside and rest for a while in the warm summer sun? I've been walking all day and I'm nearly done. I see by your gravestone you were only 19 when you joined the march. There's a long way down. Did the band play the last postal chorus? Did the pipes play flowers of the forest?
Now, Morris Fordham is just going to do the ode to the fallen. You might need that mic back, please.
They shall grow not old, as we who are left grow old. Age shall not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them.
We will remember them. And those who can stand and want to stand, and invite you to stand for the national anthem. the Lord's Prayer.
It's an honour for me to share with you today. I too, like Craig, wear my late father's medals for the first time. He was in the Middle East in the Second World War. And I was in Waiouru doing my military service, Jeffrey, when the Cuban Missile Crisis was on. And we were very relieved when President Kennedy won the day. Let's share in prayer. And I'm just going to pray very briefly. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power and the glory, forever and ever. Amen.
And finally, the last solemn moment of our ceremony today is the last post. For those who are of rank or service, they may wish to stand at attention. I want to thank you all for being here today. Thanking you, just a tremendous attendance, it's great. There's a cup of tea in the supper room next door for those who could fit in. I think you'll struggle, but we'll go and share. Like diggers, we'll wait our turn. So thank you all, especially for being here. Take care.
salute my roving mind, and the messages I get from a dear one left behind, they were filled with sweetest words that so touched me when I heard, there, oh there, can I forget, these are some things that she'd say. 'Tis sweet to be remembered on a bright or gloomy day. 'Tis sweet to be remembered by a dear one far away. 'Tis sweet to be remember, 'tis sweet to be remembered when you are far away. Bright or gloomy day, 'tis sweet to be remembered by a dear one far away. 'Tis sweet to be remembered, remember, 'tis sweet to be remembered when you are far away.
As I wander on life's pathway, I know not what the future holds. As I ponder, home grows fonder, precious sacred scenes unfold. Precious memories, how they linger, how they ever flood my soul. In the stillness of the midnight, precious sacred scenes unfold.